Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with our Rome 2 tournament video. This is the Silver Shield tournament number 2, hosted by Darren, and I'm playing the semi-final against none other than Legend of Total War, who I played in the last tournament, and I did win last time. But he is a good player, so I mean, challenge is always expected, but yeah, you can probably see that there's quite a bit of lag in this game because I mean it's large armies and such. But yeah. Anyway, we are on Petrodava. I'm playing as Bowie and he is Pontus. An interesting choice. Going to go over my army first. So I've got 8 units of heavy horse, 8 units of Celtic slingers, my general unit in an Oathsworn, and then I have additional Oathsworns as well, but I can't really see them, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Oathsworns, yeah, basically, besides my general unit, so 6 in total. Then I have, let's see, 6 Levy Freemen. I have a good number of Celtic warriors as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Celtic warriors, as well as a few sword followers trickled in here for good measure. So 3, 4, 5 sword followers as well. So pretty heavy melee contingent, but I mean this is large armies, so you have a pretty massive army in large armies. As for my opponent, Legend of Total War, who's playing as Pontus, he's got 4 mercenary Scythian horse archers. Then for his main line, we've got in the back 2 Thurios spears, his general unit and a Pontic swordsman. That is his only sword unit as far as I know. Then he has 4 regular pikes protecting his rear, 2 Thurios spears on his left flank, and a whole lot of Eastern archers who, like, it's a good choice by him because these guys are really cost effective. They do a lot of damage, though they die quickly. So he's got 4, seems like he's got 9 of those, I believe. Let's see, 4, yeah, 9 of those, and up front a huge pike line, which is difficult to break through. 3 bronze shields on the left flank, then 4, 5, 6, 7 regular pikes. So already I can say that, I mean, his positioning is interesting, but I mean, I would have spread out my bronze shields because they have an aura. So put 1 here, put 1 maybe here, like 1 on each flank and then 1 in the center to spread out the aura. Give bonuses to all units, because at the moment, like, most of his army isn't even reached by the aura of the bronze shields, so his units will not have as high morale as they otherwise could have. So that is a bit unfortunate for him. And I mean, the army choice is quite interesting. He probably thought that pikes will stop my army frontally, and yes, that is true. Pikes will stop my army, but that is only frontally. And he made like a very narrow formation. I think he should have spread out his pikes, or if he wanted to, he should have truly pike boxed. This isn't really a pike box at the moment, but it almost is one. But he should have really pike boxed. And he did tell me after the game that he didn't really want to box, new box as he calls it. But I mean, he was kind of forced because of what I had to do such a thing. I mean, I guess he could have spread out his pikes a lot, but then I could have flanked them, and yeah, it would have been difficult for him either way, I think. So I mean, I have a lot of infantry, like 20 units almost, I think. Between 15 and 20, I don't know exactly how many I have. I think maybe 17, not sure. So yeah, after the army compositions, you can see that at this point, I'm just trying to out-skirmish him on the battlefield. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit, but whoa, it's too laggy, so I can't really fast forward it. Yeah, you can see that trying to use my Celtic slingers over here to do some damage to his Scythian horse archers, but I mean, it's something that's not easy to do because his horse archers are quite fast, so they can run away from my slingers. Here it is a strange move that he tried. Like, I didn't really think he would charge, and he didn't, but he's faking me here. But I mean, fortunately for him, I couldn't really get a volley off on his horse archers, or it would have been devastating. Because these guys are not even armored. Like, they die extremely quickly to any kind of skirmish missiles. So, I mean, you can see that I'm gonna start, well, basically, first of all, I just had my army in a huge blob because I wanted to get the hill no matter what. And now that I see what he's doing and that he's being very passive with his whole line and that he's got a lot of pikes, well, I decided to split my army because the best way to deal with pikes is to catch them isolated and attack from multiple angles so that the pikes can't really face, I mean, all directions, right? Because right now he only has to face my units frontally, which is exactly the kind of situation in which pikes really shine. Like, they will cost effectively beat anything frontally other than pikes. Like, I can't really think of a unit that would frontally go through pikes and be cost effective, really. I just can't think of something like that. Maybe there is, but I don't think there is, really. I think every unit gets decimated by pikes frontally. Maybe if it's like a levy pike against Praetorian guards. But even then, it might still be difficult. Or at least, even then, the levy pike should still pretty much be cost effective against the Praetorian guard, even if the Praetorian guard wins. But I never actually tested that, how levy pikes work frontally against higher tier infantry. But I think they should do fine, at least from what I recall. So, I'm still trying to force him away here, and I'm also doing a thing with my heavy horse. I'm scouting, and I do see his chariots here, which I'm gonna try and kill. But I mean, I knew from the beginning that, like, he was definitely hiding something, because his army seemed a little bit small overall. So here, I'm gonna try and catch his Scythian horse archers and force him to back away while I get some shots off with my slingers. I don't really manage to do anything though. Here he might actually charge my slingers, and my slingers move forward for some reason, but I should get maybe a decent volley into his Scythian horse archers. Right, yeah, I got a good amount of kills here. But we're gonna have an engagement here. You know, I'm pulling out here because I see another Pontic Rail Cav, and here I'm gonna go for a downhill charge into his Pontic Rail Cav. I mean, this engagement is okay for me because heavy horse are really much cheaper than Pontic Rail Cav, and fighting downhill, I mean, I guess it won't be that bad as it normally would be. But I'm gonna use my other heavy horse here and deliver a charge into this Pontic Rail Cav. Also having slinger support firing into the backs of these Pontic Rail Cavs, so this is good. And here I notice his chariots a bit late because I couldn't really get the best charge, but I do charge into them. As for the other side, I am starting to move some sword infantry up there and moving my cav around here to support in case it's necessary. You can see here he actually charged into my slingers, but he didn't really kill anything, and his horse archers are dying. And yeah, he actually charged his horse archers into my slingers here, which is a decent move, but I mean, he really doesn't have enough here to win the engagement. Even though Pontic Rail Cav are really strong, they're not gonna be able to win in prolonged melee against what I have here, especially as I'm now starting to send in infantry support, which is more or less gonna guarantee me the victory here. His chariots have been in fight with my heavy horse for far too long and have taken way too much damage. And I'm gonna continue going around with my heavy horse, trying to get into his Scythian horse archers. You can see that I'm moving Celtic slingers around. At some point I'm gonna start flanking him with slingers. I'm gonna continue sending more and more units around, trying to get the full surround, and I've still got my swordsman here, and I thought maybe let's go for a downhill charge on this side. Might be interesting. And here I'm gonna get some shots off on his Scythian horse archers. I'm also gonna do my best to stop them. Here you can see that this horse archer is running away, but I mean, it's gonna get caught by me. I think he forgets about it here. And yeah, my heavy horse do die, but I have a lot of cav compared to him. Like, he's not gonna have any cav left after this. I mean, his Pontic Rail Cav, yeah, 100 kills, but is it really cost effective? That is the question, and I think the answer is it's not. see, another cav charge here into the city and horse archers. Like I said, they're gonna be routed off the field. And this other horse archer here, I'm trying to cut off its retreat path, but he's gonna be able to get away from here, I think, at least. Oh no, he actually pulls the other way, so I mean, he's gonna get stuck here. And here comes the engagement. On this side, you can see my Celtic warriors are actually winning against these Thuras, but this Celtic warrior, it's not gonna do as well against this Thura spear. I mean, I should have used my javelins on my sword units, like all of them, but Thuras also have them, so I thought, let's just charge in. And here I've got this sword follower in here, trying to throw its javelins, but it's not really throwing them, I guess. I mean, I don't know why they're not throwing their javelins. And here I'm pairing other units to throw javelins as well. Again, they're gonna take a while to throw their javelins, but yeah, basically the fight on this side is done. I also completely surrounded a horse archer here and killed it with like 3 heavy horse. So now my point is to just go ahead and attack, but here my slingers do an awkward thing and just move forward instead of firing while in range. So I decide to pull them back because I don't want to take too many casualties with my slingers. Here he did turn around one eastern archer, but I mean, he's firing into the forest, which isn't gonna do him very well. This Thuras is going to die to the Celtic warrior. However, this Celtic warrior is going to rout to this Thura spear. This Thura spear got a lot of kills, interestingly enough. And here I'm hoping that these guys will actually throw javelins, because they haven't really thrown any javelins and they're still not throwing them, interestingly enough. And they're taking a lot of damage here from missiles. So yeah, here I'm on his flank with 2 Celtic warriors, actually a sword follower and a Celtic warrior. I'm gonna prepare them for volleys. My levy freemen around here, taking damage. I should have spread them out. I think I do at some point, so they don't take as much damage from missiles. That wasn't the greatest move by me. But here, finally, they threw some javelins into the pike unit, which was good to see. Here you can see that he actually activated square formation. And these guys still are not throwing their javelins into the enemy. Like, I've only got my slingers firing, and here, let's look at the Celtic warrior. Hasn't really done anything, and it's just gonna get into the pike unit and just rout completely. So that was a strange move on my behalf. I don't know why I did that. And he just focused on them and turned around his eastern archers, which was a good move by him. And here you can see this Celtic warrior is not doing too well, though it's got a good amount of kills. But here I'm gonna start flanking his Thura spear. Unfortunately for him, his pikes are here, not in the best position to support, but they're gonna move up slightly and they're gonna be getting a few kills. But I'm also killing this Thura spear at the moment. And I'm gonna throw my javelins at this unit and then pull back. So come on, guys, throw your jabs into the pikes. And they didn't. And I'm also gonna be moving in with the Celtic warrior, but they didn't really throw javelins either. And here I'm focusing with my Celtic slingers on 1 unit of eastern archers. I want to kill it as quickly as possible. I think, yeah, he's also killing my own skirmishes. I mean, it's debatable whether this is worth it for him or not, because my slingers, I mean, I don't really have... I mean, I guess I can kill pikes with them, but I prefer having my sword infantry over my slingers. But he has to, otherwise he will lose these eastern archers. And here I make a brilliant move, I would say. And I get through his pipeline here with a heavy horse, and I managed to kill a lot of eastern archers here. 160, 170, like, just a lot of guys killed. However, this heavy horse is not as successful, and it's gonna run straight into pikes and just impale itself. Even though I do get a back charge here, and wow, the lag from this engagement is pretty insane here. Yeah, he's gonna pull out his Eastern Archers. I mean, I tried to engage here, but I unfortunately couldn't get a heavy horse through in here. And I mean, these guys are just through spears, so I do break through them, and they're in a very wide formation. But I couldn't quite break through as well as I wanted. Gonna get a good amount of kills though, and his pikes here are not doing too well. See, his Thuros are gone. A heavy horse are hitting the pikes into their flanks. Couldn't really get kills though. And now Levy Freemen are gonna do their duty as free men and charge into the rear and flank of these pikes and Thuro spears. They're not gonna be able to do too much damage, but they're just gonna hold them down and still kill a few men because they're hitting the rear of this bronze shield pike. You can see that his pikes are kind of wavering right now. They want to rout. This heavy horse is just getting so many kills at this point. 208 on this one, 250 on this one. Definitely worth what they've done this game. And killing all those Eastern Archers is just what I need in this game to be able to be successful. Here you can see my Ulsworn throwing their jabs into these pike units, and I think I'm going to charge them in here. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna charge them in because they are actually facing the wrong way here. So I do charge them in. It should be pretty devastating. This pike unit, yeah, look at it fall quickly to this Ulsworn charge. And yeah, pikes were facing the wrong way, so I thought, let's just charge in the Ulsworn. Got so many kills and no losses really. So Levy Freemen are doing an excellent job against pikemen. I mean, look at them. Hitting them in the rear and killing them. Now this other Levy Freeman here from the front is just getting impaled, so this was not the best move by me. But it does allow me to move up my Ulsworn and possibly get through here and start flanking. Now the Celtic warrior managed to destroy a pike unit, and you can see that now his pike line is extremely open. Here my units are actually starting to waver, but I've still got Celtic slingers that I can use to send in to support. And my Ulsworn here is ready to flank his pikes. But I mean, yeah, my Levy Freeman here did not do too well, but now I can send in some extra swords and start killing the rest of the pikes that are here. I mean, the pikes, especially these bronze shields, did a lot of damage, and these Thuro spears as well, so I'm really surprised by their performance in this game. Now my Ulsworn general is just flanking his pikes here, also ready to jump in with other Ulsworn if necessary. Here I'm firing with my Celtic slingers into the rear of these pikes. And I'm flanking here with the Levy Freeman, the pike unit as well. I've got his general engaged with one of my sword followers, which is a very good engagement for me because sword followers are really insane in melee. I've also activated shield wall to make sure that they do as much damage as possible. These Celtic warriors will make short work of the Thuro spears here. Levy Freeman here pretty much dying, but it's really not really a problem for me. And just gonna continue sending my heavy horse around and doing damage to his forces. I finally got sword followers engaged here, and I'm hitting his pikes from the rear, so hopefully his pike units will rout soon because they're being surrounded. Here comes another charge with sword followers. This should be pretty devastating here. I hit his pikes in the rear and they are falling like flies at this moment. And I've also done quite a bit of damage with my Ulsworn here. Popped Raise Banner and Rally, so my units don't rout, and I'm gonna go. I think I decide to go for a charge here. No, not in this unit, because I thought maybe it would be ready by the time I charge. So I do decide to charge into this pike unit, but it's a very strange charge because I charge at an angle, so it's weird. And here I get my general in strange engagement here. And this Ulsworn here is not doing too well. But I mean, I'm gonna pull out this Ulsworn, and these Levy Freemen are dying, but they are able to live long enough for my Ulsworn general to charge in from the rear into these pikes. Gonna do a lot of damage to these pikes. Just look at them go very, very quickly. I've also got another heavy unit of heavy horse into his eastern archers. That's killing them right now. Running them over. Also charge into those pikes, which should make them rout. And this unit is wavering as well. At this point, you can see that the game is pretty much in my favor. It's just this big block of units that is a bit more difficult to finish off. These Thura spears, though, still hanging in there, and they've got 55 kills. But I mean, at this point, his units are wavering, so he should be able to do a good enough job to force him off the field. And yes, so managed to win with the boy against Pontus. It was a very interesting match. I mean, you can see how to deal with a sort of a pike box, but not really a pike box. But this is on large armies, so it's completely different compared to 1v1, the regular 1v1s that you're gonna be playing. But still a fairly interesting match, I thought, with large armies. And yeah, check out Darren's channel as well as Legend of Total Wars. I'm gonna leave a link to their channels in the description. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.